Hello, everybody. This is Ed Carbajal with Spectation Sports. Today, I'm speaking with Jose Hernandez, who fights at FAC 31 this coming Saturday. Jose, thanks again. I know I said plenty of times, but thanks again for taking time to talk on Fight Week. You got one tough customer coming up on a unique fight on your resume, right? This is a bump up in weight for you.
Yeah. So, I mean, in my amateurs, I used to fight 145. So, I mean, I fought in, I fought guys his size already. And by the way, thank you again for having me on, man. This is awesome.
Yeah, no, thank you, man. I mean, it's you guys giving up time, especially on Fight Week. I know it's not the best week to be doing interviews, but you
Nah,
know.
you're good.
um, so there, you kind of already answered the first question about the weight, the bump up in weight. You fought there before.
Yeah,
Um, how long has it been, and is it? I mean, as a hobbyist looking at the sport,
yeah.
in our minds, we're always like, oh, good, he doesn't have to cut that much. Is
Yeah.
that kind of
Nah. um, so the last time I fought at 145 was actually it was like my comeback season, my comeback year. So it was 2022, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then that was at 145, and since then I've been fighting at 35. There was a couple fights where it was a struggle to even make the weight. I was walking around pretty heavy, which is what we wanted to do. Um, but yeah, no, this time I mean I just gained some weight and
Mhm.
some good weight. We had I think it was like a 16-week lifting program, so I was on
Hmm.
that, and then still did a 8-week camp. So I feel great.
That's good to hear. When you're
Yeah.
talking about the past weight, only because I spoke to your opponent like a day or two ago, and he
hmm
said you guys were supposed to fight before. Was that
Yeah,
supposed to
yeah,
be at the same weight around that time?
yeah. It was supposed to be at 145, and I mean I was on track to make that weight too. I was in training and I had broke my hand, so
Hmm.
couldn't get it done as much as I wanted to. But yeah, I just talking to my coach and everything. We were just like, yes, maybe it's just not meant to be right now. I still wanted the fight. I had said that over like social media. I told I'm sorry to Ray and stuff, and
Yeah.
I told him I still want this fight. Like absolutely, this is something that they say hasn't been done in FAC, and yeah, so
You said you broke your hand. It kind of leads me to one of the questions I wrote down. I wanted to ask you, looking at
yeah.
your resume overall. It looks like you kind of like to do boxing when you're not doing MMA.
Yeah, I mean, I just like to keep it standing, but there's no excuses. My hand is 100% healed. I feel great.
Mm.
So, um, yeah, there's nothing on the table to where, I'm doubting myself or anything. No, I have 100% confidence in myself. And yeah, everything's healed. I love to box. I love to kick. I love everything. So,
So would you say you're more of a striker than the everyone likes to claim a kind of like a background or a discipline when it comes to mixed martial arts. Would you
yeah,
say that's your foray is striking?
I mean, it's just like what everyone likes to see, I think. And I like grappling. I love grappling. I've been doing it for a while. And
Mm-hmm.
uh, yeah, there's no aspect in MMA where I don't like. So I've just kind of been disciplined on learning every discipline.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love it all. But yeah, if someone wants to, stand in trade, I'm all up for it.
You know what's weird to me? It's always like, especially guys like yourself that kind of try everything, and there's a lot of guys doing that now that they'll do kickboxing, they'll do MMA, grappling only. Like, how do you? And then what just happened in the news this morning? I saw Wanderlei Silva, the whole thing that
Oh
happened with
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So like, how do you? Because like he kind of lost it and like headbutted the guy or whatever.
yeah,
Went back
yeah.
to had like a Valley Tudo flashback or something. How do you keep yourself? How do you keep yourself from like like I saw another clip too of some European. It was a boxing match, but the guy fought
Head
MMA
kick.
and he threw a head kick. Yeah. So
Yeah,
so
I
what do
saw
you
that
do to
too.
keep your? I mean, it's obviously sometimes it's temper and stuff, but how do you keep yourself to like? I mean, obviously you feel different, the look is different,
hmm
but like, what do you do to make sure you don't make that mistake?
I mean, so there's a bunch of gyms and there's a bunch of disciplines, and every gym I feel like, or not every gym, but 90% of the gyms, they have their kickboxing classes, their jiu-jitsu classes, and everything. Which I coach Muay Thai and
Hmm.
wrestling and jiu-jitsu, but when I train myself, we
Hmm.
train fighting every
Yeah.
day. Like there's no, all right, well this is a grappling. Like no, we're we're fighting today,
Mm-hmm.
and so we're structured to learn how to fight um, in any aspect that the fight would be able to go to. So we don't just train one discipline a day.
Mm.
So when people ask me like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "Well, I fight
I
every day.
fight. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah."
Mm. Yeah, no, that's a good way. That's a good way to keep your focus too.
Hmm.
It looks like you have a very cerebral approach, which makes me wonder. I mean, is that kind of like how you got the nickname, the Nano nickname? Where does that come from?
No, so when I was a kid, uh, my family, they just started calling me Nano because I was so small. I was the smallest guy in my friend group, in my family. You know, I have a cousin that's the same age as me, and he's like 6'3". So, you know, I've just always been the smallest guy. But at first, I used to hate it because I was
Mm.
like, man, I'm not small. Leave me alone. Like, you know. But now I embrace it. You know, ever
Yeah.
since like one of my fights, I was fighting a guy that was, you know, I think he was 6'1" as well, and you know, everyone's making fun of my height and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna embrace this. I like this. I like that they count me out.
Hmm. See,
Yeah,
I took it as something from like the digital tech world, like nanobite. You know what I mean? Like I
yeah,
was like, oh,
yeah,
because that's how I was thinking of it. I didn't even think it had anything to do with that. But
yeah,
I guess it makes sense now that you're talking about it. But yeah,
yeah,
no, you should embrace it. You should embrace it for sure.
yeah, absolutely.
Before we kind of like measure up the fight you have coming up against Hayes, um, doing this sport at the stage in your career right now, where do you see yourself, especially with all the experimentation? Because like I said, I saw you did
Hmm.
boxing. I mean, there's a whole world of bare knuckle out there. I don't know if that's something
Yeah,
you would want to try, but like,
yeah.
what does the future hold for you as far as your fighting career goes?
You know, at first I was like, you know, wherever it takes me, but you know, my goal right now is just to be in the UFC. You know,
Mm,
after this, whatever happens, you know, not even whatever happens. When I win, I want to be signed,
mm,
and you know, I just want to show, especially the kids that I teach, that you know anyone can do this. You know, as long as you put your heart and your mind into anything, and you give it 100% effort every day, there's nothing that you can't do. Like absolutely.
mm. I mean, they are jumping into boxing too, so you always kind of you could keep
Yeah,
that in your
yeah,
back pocket.
yeah. So
Uh,
I tell them all the time that you know you do this and like I'll do a boxing match. Like don't worry about it. Like this is
yeah.
something that I want to do too. Like I like to lead by example for sure.
But I mean, that's looking way in the future. Your future goals. Right
Yeah.
now, you have Ray Hayes in front of you on October 4th. How do you size him up as far as how the fight goes? The way he approaches you. Again, you guys planned for each other before, so I'm
Hmm.
wondering how do you approach it now, kind of knowing that you kind of were in each other's crosshairs earlier. Like,
Yeah.
what does it look like to you?
Um, to me, he looks just like another opponent, you know, and I'm not one to talk down on anyone. He says he's gonna knock me out and stuff, and it's stuff that I've heard before. But to me,
Mm.
I know that he's again. I've said it before. He's another stepping stone to climb the ranks. And yeah, I don't even. I know that I have to beat him to climb those ranks, and so that's what's in front of me. He's what's in front of me, and he's not gonna be in front of me for long though.
Mm. And I mean, you kind of talked about how you kind of like striking and keeping the standing. Is
Hmm.
that how you see the fight ending for you, or are you kind of ready for
Yeah,
wherever
I'm
it
kind of ready
goes?
for whatever. And I mean, like I said, we train fighting every day, so like
Mm,
we just changed up my training partners a bit and made me just go with like the taller guys and stuff, which helped me out a lot. It gave me
mm.
a lot of direction, you know. And yeah, I can see this fight playing out either on the feet or on the ground. So either way, I'm okay with.
But you're looking for a finish, obviously. You want because
Yeah, I
yeah.
have to make a statement. I got to put a stamp on it.
Mm.
Yeah, that's always the goal.
Well, I mean, the it looks like an really exciting fight on paper, especially after speaking with both of you.
Yeah.
Um, Jose, thank you again for making time to talk. If you want to shout out your sponsors or anybody you want to give thanks to, by all means, the floor is yours.
Yeah. I just want to give a couple shout outs to a couple of my sponsors. Well, first um, to our Christ, Lord Jesus Christ. Without him, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I would have been in a terrible place in life. But I also want to give out shout out to the people that have had my back throughout this journey. LL Jewel Trucking, Myers Construction that just joined the team. H&H Diesel, and then of course, Carney Combat Sports and Twin J Transportation.
All right. And where can folks follow you? Are you on social media? You use social media?
Yeah, I don't do too much, but yeah, mostly my gym tags me stuff, but every once in a while, at J_Nano_. That's my Instagram, and I think that's my TikTok and stuff too. But
All right. Well, good luck to you. Thanks again for making time to talk again. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a busy fight day on October 4th. So,
thank you again. Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
All right. Take care.
It's been a good time. Yep. See you.